In this lecture, we are going to see that how the different ways you can locate your element. So I'm going to create one new module. Although I can do this one in this current module also, that is the rescan of your module again. But I'll cover that rescan and the merge module in the next lecture. But here I'm going to start from the new. I'll go and I'll scan the application one more time and show you that how you can locate your element the different ways. Select your application and you can see this all elements are located. And let's suppose here you consider the books. So this books is right now uniquely identified. We all know. You can see it from the left down side of this window. This is uniquely identified and because this property is having values here, and the inner text is having value, and this all attributes having its value. But what if this element is not having the values? So let's suppose the inner text is blank. Then if you aren't able to locate it through the inner text, then you are going to see this error. This element is not unique element. Your test case execution may fail while executing. So what we have to do in that case, we have to look for the other ways to identify this element. So I'll go with this one. There are 4 options available. Current way is the property, but as you see that if your inner HTML, inner text, or out HTML, these outer text, these all elements are blank, let's suppose. So in that case there might be a chance that you aren't able to locate your element through the property. So we'll go with the second most recommended way, that is the anchor. And this anchor will work on the concept of parent to child elements, sibling elements, where you have a reference of your element with any other element. So when you click on this anchor, you can see this anchor by identify by anchor window will be open on the right side, and you can also select on the screen from which element you wanted this to be located uniquely, or you can drag and drop also. So every elements are already on this page, so I'll go with drag and drop. Let's suppose you wanted to locate this books element via the computer, that is the sibling element on the same bar. You can although you can identify it or anchor the control of books to any of this module that is uniquely identified. So let's suppose I'm going to anchor the books via the control. So I just select the books and the anchor. I'll drag and drop the computer in this bar, and see this computer is now added to this anchor control. So now you can also see this anchor is now related to this computer. So but you have to also make sure this computer must be uniquely identified. If this computer is not uniquely identified, and if you provided this to the anchor of the next element, that is the books, then the books is also going to be not uniquely identified. So make sure whatever you are going to provide here, that is also a unique locator. That is also a unique element. So the green option would be appear here. That means you are able to locate it successfully. Okay. And just there is 2 options available. The relative algorithm, in that there is a auto is there is the shortest path is there, which will seek for the relative path, that is the nearest path, and then there is a coordinate is also there. So the most recommended way is this auto. So we don't have to change anything here. You just have to select the auto, whatever is already selected, the default one. And now let's go with the next scan. Let me go with this the other scan, that is the image one. So if your element is very dynamic and you aren't able to locate that element with the property and with the anchor, then you can go and scan it through the image also. And but you have to make sure that image scan must work at the full screen. So whenever you are going to execute your test case, make sure that your window of execution is already maximized. This image is not the most recommended way to locate the element, because there might be a chance while you are running it in any distributed environment. There might be a chance, if the system is locked and you are running it in background, then there is a case I'd also seen in my project also. In that cases the image scan is failed. So you the preferred way is you go with the property. If not, then you can anchor. Almost 99.99% elements are going to locate with this property and anchor. You may not need this image or index way to locate your element. So so we are going to see how we can locate this element via the image scan. When you click it, there is a right window open identified by the image. So the control image is books. Let's we have scanned it by the image. So here you have to pick it. Here you have to crop the image. When you do it, it will ask you and seek your permission. Just do it yes, and wait for some time. The window will be open. Okay, now you can see that window is open, and the image is here, and image is attached with it, and you can see the image property also, its resolution and its accuracy. One more thing, whenever you have to go with this image scan to locate your element, must make sure that your accuracy is more than 90%. And see here, your element is now uniquely identified by the image. So this is a way how you can scan your element from the image perspective. If I just if I'm, let's suppose I'm unable to locate with this all three way of identification, then I'll go with the fourth one, that is the index way to locate the element. I'll just remove it, I'll just close it, and I'll go with the index one. And in the index, see, this is the all elements you have on the page, and this will give you an unique index of your elements. Like this is by default giving this books to the 6 index of 62 elements. So we will just select it, and this element is uniquely identified. You can see from there also. So this is a way how you can locate your elements in a different ways. But I'll in a practically I will suggest you that you will go with the property first and then anchor. Most of your elements are going to be located with these two properties, but if you need, then you can go with the other properties also. And one more thing, there is a filter is also available here, and in this filter, if you click this, you can view the application by its type, like which control it has. You want the elements of button type, checkbox type, and the image type, label type, link type. These all are going to be there. Container is related with this drop down and element in it. So we'll see the container later on. If you select the container and remove everything, see what you have on the screen. So this is mostly related with the div area and sub items of any elements, like the drop down. And in filter, there is one more option is there. You can view the element from the visible only, invisible only, or visible or invisible both kind of way, and in that way you can search and you are able to find out the applications, the elements, sorry. See, so this is to filter your elements. Click on this to close it, and this all is there. You can save it and move further. Oh. So in the next lecture we will see that how we can rescan the already created module, how we can merge the modules, and many more things, the best practices. So see you in the next lectures.